Just coming on quickly, guys. I've got to race out. I'm doing something with this, but I just wanted to just briefly talk about the whole anxiety thing again. It's coming up, and I really want to know if you experience similar things, whether you think this is silly. That I've got the anxiety being with these plovers and butcherbirds, but also I've got anxiety about getting this chopped off, which I will go into more detail when I get back because I'm running a bit late. But yeah, so that's where we're gonna go today, around anxiety about just ordinary day-to-day things and how they can impact our life. On that note, I gotta go. I'll talk to you soon. Here goes, guys. There we go. Just playing in some time. She's running a bit late. Here I am, just, I don't know, trying to, whoops, sorry. It's difficult when you're doing the whole handheld. Just trying to de-stress a bit. It's sort of, anxiety is an interesting beast. I don't really know what to say about it, in the sense of, obviously you go into fight and flight for a reason, and it's really good when there's, in times of danger, it serves its purpose. When you start getting anxiety around ordinary day-to-day life events, it really can be debilitating for some people, and I'm certainly learning this in recent years. It's not something I used to suffer from, but it appears I do now. And in regards to getting my hair cut, I know this is going to sound really silly. I actually don't know if the sound's good enough, so I might actually wait until I get home. So I'll talk to you later. Wow, guys, can we just take a moment? And check out the hair? What do you think? I've literally had 6 inches cut off. That's pretty massive. Anyway, I've actually had a massive day. I just want to come back on and say good day and finish this video off for you for day 5. And I'm having my first coffee for the day. We're just gonna chill now, because all of that anxiety that was building up between birds and hairdressers, I now feel relaxed and calm. And I actually want to share the beautiful experience of this. But I also want to talk a little bit about anxiety. And why I want to talk about it is because some people suffer with social anxiety and things like that. And I do struggle to even believe that I suffer from anxiety when I am predominantly an extrovert, and I don't suffer with things like social anxiety, but I have anxiety around certain things. And hang on a minute. And there's obvious ones like the dentist and things like that, but more importantly, it's sort of, why am I getting anxious about seeing a hairdresser? For some people, this is pampering and this is fun. It's not actually fun for me. I'll be honest, to me, it's just something that has to be done. And it's been well over a year since I had my hair cut. So here we are. I think the anxiety is for many reasons. And I want to sort of throw it out to you in the respect of, what do you get anxious about? And it got me to thinking about how anxiety can actually be quite empowering, in the sense of, it makes you look at what is the thing that's making you feel this way, when technically having your hair done should be a pleasant experience. For me, it's personal, and I'd like to know if you've had similar experiences or if you feel this way. Some people are happy to pop into whatever salon is open. Oh, go in there, can you fit me in? Yay. And then there are people like me who are like, no. You find somebody that you love and that you trust, and you stay loyal. And that has been me for the last 25 years. I've had a hairdresser who I consider my very dear friend, but she lives a very, very, very long way from me, and particularly when I have to rely on public transport. And for 8 years, I have still continued to see her. It's been 4 hours traveling one way and 4 hours traveling back, and then obviously the time in the salon. Huge, huge, huge day. But you know, it was worth it to me because she is amazing. And I'm gonna just drink some coffee. This is my first one for the day. I just really want to relax. So I hope you're having a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or something relaxing for you too. Anyway, so to cut a long story short, I have been hesitant about finding somebody local because this is somebody I trust. She's been cutting my hair for over 25 years. She knows my hair. She knows how to cut it, because you can have bad haircuts, particularly if you have natural wave in your hair like I do. You cut it across the grain the wrong way. Curly hair, people with curly hair will understand the importance of a good haircut or a good hairdresser. I feel like this video is so much bigger than I can put together in this one. Anyway, why I say that perhaps this is a bit longer than we can put into this video is because I've been thinking about a lot of things around anxiety, and now all this camera is wrong, so sorry. And I realized that, you know, it's a big thing, and there's reasons why. And I think for me personally, some of it's been around acceptance, but it's stepping out of your comfort zone, I suppose. That safety net. You feel safe with that person. You trust that person explicitly. You know what to expect. You know what's going to happen. You know who they are as people, because they've also become your friend. And then this time you're walking into the unknown. And this is why I don't understand my anxiety around these things sometimes, because I walk into the unknown all the time. We were only talking yesterday about traveling and going to third world and developing countries. I was walking into the unknown every single minute of the day, practically. And I had no anxiety around that. It was filled with excitement and joy, and sometimes not joy, sorrow, sadness, sometimes fear. But I wasn't anxious about giving it a go. And I'm still not. I'm still happy to turn up somewhere tomorrow that's different and new, and it's all good. But just a simple change, and changing something like a hairdresser or a doctor or a dentist, someone that you have been seeing for an extraordinary amount of time, who knows you, who knows your history. There's something in that. There's something in that trusting. It's almost like a friendship, isn't it? Well, it is a friendship. I feel like even my relationship with my doctor, it's a friendship. And one day I'm probably going to have to see another doctor closer to home. There again, these people are very far from me, because I lived in a completely different part of town 8 years ago. Just to spin it back now to my new experience with this new hairdresser, she's absolutely lovely. I think she has done an absolute magnificent job. And if you look back on my last haircut, which was over a year ago, this is pretty much, not exactly, but very close to what I had 18 months ago. It's all just trying to settle. Anyway, there's bits that need, but anyway, I'm really, really happy with it. 6 inches of dead ends gone. And anyways, she was lovely. She was patient. She talked me through everything, and I was there for almost an hour, and honestly, it felt like maybe 20 minutes. Time flew. But there were lots and lots of reasons, I feel. There was beautiful, relaxing music on. Oh my gosh. It got me to thinking about music. It got me to thinking about the meditative effect that certain types of music can have on our whole soul, our core, our being. She turned the lighting almost off. And I said, how did you know I didn't like bright lights? And she said, it's just something I felt. Simple little things like that. Everything in my nervous system actually started to calm. Switching off some lights, the beautiful music that was playing, the beautiful person that was in front of me, speaking to me, talking me through the steps and everything. It was quite extraordinary. It really does make a huge difference how somebody is with you and how somebody connects with you, how somebody understands you. And I've never met this person before, and she understood me within minutes. That to me was extraordinary and special. It's special when you make those kind of connections. And I also wanted to share that we had the biggest hug, and honestly the best hug that I have had in a very, very, very long time. For those of you who have people at home and children and spouses and everything else and are used to hugs, please don't take them for granted, because when you are deprived of that physical contact, as in you just don't have access to it, you really notice when not so much when it's not there, but when it actually enters into your life, and then it's just like, oh my gosh, this is wow, this is beautiful. I did shed a few tears because it was just that physical contact and her beautiful words of affirmation, and it was like, well, she knew me, but she didn't, if that makes sense. And so it's beautiful when you make those kind of connections where you just instantly get each other. And so all I wanted to do, just to finish this off and to bring it back around, is anxiety has its purpose. Anxiety, I feel like everything has its purpose. Anxiety puts us into fight and flight. That's how we sense a dangerous situation, but oftentimes our society, we've got the cues mixed up. We're not actually fighting for our lives. We're not in danger, yet somehow our nervous system believes that we are. And the other thing that I've learned, that excitement, joy, and fear they're practically the same emotions, and our body sometimes can't tell the difference. That's another reason why we can go into this anxiety flip. We could be like super excited, or we could be super terrified, and our body doesn't always recognize the difference. And so that was another thing that I was telling myself before I went in to see her, was I am excited, I'm not fearful. I was trying to tell my body that I was excited, I'm not fearful, even though I was very aware. I wouldn't say I was fearful, but I had this anxiety. What was she going to be like? And how was my hair going to turn out? And all of these things. And as you can see, it was perfect. Well, I think it's perfect. But anyway, I just wanted to leave you on that note, and I would love you to share in the comments how you deal with anxiety, if you have anxiety, if you don't have anxiety, if you only have anxiety around certain things. There was a purpose to this video, and I've probably missed the mark, to be honest. But here I am anyway on day 5, to just showing up. I'm going to show up every day for the next 30 days, and we're just going to see how this goes. And if you've made it this far, I want to thank you so much for sharing this coffee and my random thoughts with me. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please do. And once again, I'll see you in the next video.